is CNN.
An extraordinary story out of China tonight. A man jumped to his death from a mall balcony last week, reportedly after fighting with his girlfriend over her endless shoe buying. CNN's Ivan Watson has more. Ivan, it seems a quite remarkable story, this. Is it as it seems? Did he really, this guy, just get sick and tired of hours of shopping and deliberately take his life?
We may never know the full story here, but it does appear that some of these pressures of shopping, holiday shopping, contributed to this man's tragic and fatal decision last Sunday to jump off the 7th floor balcony of the shopping mall. Almost all the details we're getting about this case come from the state news agency, which reports that people overheard this man arguing with his girlfriend about shopping expenses before making the decision to make this fatal leap. And there has been a fair amount of chatter online here in China about this case, people lamenting materialism in China, commercialization, and these pressures that may have helped drive this man to make this terrible decision. The sad irony here, Piers, is that Christmas isn't really traditionally a big holiday in China. It doesn't even compare with the Chinese New Year. But you wouldn't know it if you walk around Chinese cities, because the big shopping malls, the hotels, the big businesses, they've all got Christmas trees up and Merry Christmas signs and lots of the music and the colors of Christmas and the marketing and the sales of that. And it does appear in this case, which we don't know a whole lot about, it does appear that some of these pressures may have contributed to this terrible tragedy last Sunday.
Yeah, quite extraordinary. Ivan Watson, thank you very much. Also in the news tonight, another story of retail therapy gone wrong. Lululemon, home of upscale yoga gear, has a new CEO after the founder, Chip Wilson's ill-advised comment blaming the company's ill-fitting yoga pants on his own customers. He said, quote, "Some women's bodies just actually don't work." Not a good idea, Mr. Wilson, to ever even think that. Joining me now to talk about all this is Elizabeth Licorice, a writer and a former Lululemon employee, also psychotherapist Robbie Ludwig, and Heather Thomson, the founder and chief creative officer of Yummie by Heather Thomson. That's a great name for a company. Just by the by. Okay, so Dr. Robbie, let's get into this. Let's first of all just talk about the Chinese situation for a moment. It is that time of year. I mean, I share Ivan's surprise that Christmas is even that prevalent in China, given the religious persuasions there. But it clearly was just to build up a pressure here of a man and a woman, and he's sick and tired of shopping and takes crazy, drastic action. But this scene is replicated all over America, isn't it? In the middle of
I think that's why
not
it's
with
so,
suicide, but with tension and stress and arguments.
It's so identifiable, right? When we go to the mall, men don't really love shopping. Women love it. It's like a sport. We see a lot of men hanging out in couches.
Why do women make men go shopping?
I don't know. I think it's a bad idea. Because
no
you could
man I know actually enjoys it. I mean, why do women persist in wanting their man to trail around a mall for 5 hours looking at shoes? To me, it would be a death sentence.
It's not a good idea. I mean, I leave my husband at home when I shop because it's not fun for him, so then it makes it not fun for me. And I have business to do when I'm shopping.
Right.
I got to get my job done.
You can get more if you don't have somebody complaining.
Exactly.
Let's go, what are you spending?
I love the fact that you're buying lovely shoes. It's very exciting and everything else, and we're obviously the beneficiaries. I don't want to be part of the process, I'm afraid.
But there's so many other ways to handle it. This man could have said, you know what, I'm done, I need to go home. So clearly this was the straw that broke the camel's back, because there were other issues going on for this man. And I also wondered if he killed himself, it was like a self-attack as a way to not kill his girlfriend because he was so fed up with her. It's a way to really punish her.
Well, as I just said, we may never really know. But it's a very sad story, but it's indicative of always rising tensions around holidays periods. Let's turn now to this extraordinary Lululemon story. So, Elizabeth Licorice, you are a former employee of Lululemon. This guy, Chip Wilson, he's not great in terms of talking about women, which is completely bizarre, given he was running a company that catered almost exclusively for women.
No, he really shot himself in the foot with the comments that he made, and also the apology that he issued, which wasn't really an apology. It was sort of a not I'm sorry for isolating groups of customers or body shaming women. I'm just sorry that I said something stupid and that my company is going to suffer the consequences.
Now, you worked there. Let's listen to what he had to say, first of all, which wasn't really an apology. You're right. Let's listen to this.
Some women's bodies just actually don't work for it. It's, really about the rubbing through the thighs, how much pressure is there, and I mean, over a period of time and how much they use it.
That obviously wasn't the apology. That was the offending comment in all its English nature. I mean, Elizabeth, you worked there. Was it actually the reality? I mean, was there a policy by the stores, the Lululemon stores, to actively deter larger ladies from coming in?
Well, the store that I actually worked at, Lululemon makes a size 12 yoga pant, which is considered the lower end of plus size. And those pants were actually not displayed with the other sizes on the store wall. They were actually kind of tossed into a heap in a table that was used to fold all the other pants. So it was a big to-do for plus-size customers to come in, have to request their size. The employee would then have to dig out the size. And since they were, underpicked, they were never current styles. So the customer who was plus-size had a very different shopping experience than the customer who was considered petite. And it was...
Yeah, let me just turn to Heather here, because you're involved in this game.
Yeah.
You do Spanx and all that kind of stuff at Yummie, I know. I'm very up to speed on my Spanx and my Yummies. It's pretty outrageous what he said, isn't it? But is there a wider truth beneath the ugly comments? Is this what people do in this game? Are they targeting the yoga pants at a slimmer woman, perhaps? I just don't want to admit it.
Certainly not at Yummie by Heather Thomson. My brand is an exclusive, it's an inclusive brand. It's not exclusive to one body type or one shape. It's not what size pants you wear, it's your shape of your body. And, my thighs rub together and I'm a size 4. So, it depends on what, it depends on what your body shape is and what you're looking for. And my brand is built to and designed to bring confidence to women. We have a lot of pressures out there, and it's really sad when, we as American women, overweight women make up 60% of the population of America. Yeah. So we're missing a whole big come to me because I've got you covered. My brand is from extra small to 3X, and we don't hide the clothes and we don't hide
well,
that
good
fact.
for you and bad for him. He made a cataclysmic error of judgment here. You never ever. So we have now got his grovelling apology, which wasn't really grovelling, but let's watch it anyway.
I'm sad. I'm really sad. I'm sad for the repercussions of my actions. I'm sad for the people of Lululemon who I care so much about that have really had to face the brunt of my actions. I take responsibility for all that has occurred and the impact it has had on you.
Well, Mr. Wilson, we're all sad that you were a sad fattest. Let's move on. Very quickly, I want to just show this picture. This is from the Mandela Memorial today. Very moving and powerful event. But this extraordinary selfie picture. Now, that is the British Prime Minister David Cameron, Barack Obama, obviously, and the Danish Prime Minister, Helle Thorning-Schmidt. Now, this is getting huge attention around the world, mainly because people thinking it's not really appropriate at a memorial service to be posing for selfies if you're a world leader. Michelle Obama seems to be pretty disgusted by the whole thing, we think. What do you think?
But it's very real. I mean, it kind of makes them accessible as leaders. They're just like us. We do selfies, they do selfies. Now, it may not be appropriate, but it's also a different country. Didn't they seem to be celebrating Mandela's life? They were singing and dancing, so it might be very different culturally over there.
I think you're being generous. I think it was inappropriate and bordering on distasteful.
Wow.
World leaders should be better behaved at events like that. Anyway, thank you all very much indeed. When we come back, what brought Eva Longoria and Howard Buffett together? The answer will surprise you. They're here in a primetime exclusive. That's coming next.